Do you want to know what skills you need to be a travel photographer? Hi, and welcome to episode 82 of the Photography Explained podcast. I'm your host Rick, and in each episode I will try to explain one photographic thing to you in plain English in less than 10 minutes-ish without the irrelevant details. What I tell you is based on my lifetime of photographic experience and not Google. Before I go on, if you have a question you would like me to answer, just go to photographyexplainedpodcast.com/start. Right, here is the answery bit. You need the following skills to be a travel photographer. I'm just going to fly through them very quickly, and then I shall go through them not so quickly. Adventurous, interested in travel, understand local cultures, respect local traditions, a great communicator, good at planning, good at preparation, good at research, even better at wandering around, patient, confident, happy on your own, technically excellent at taking photos, to be the king of composition, see the wider picture but also the details, ready at all times, equipped with the right gear, and know how to use it and have great workflows. Okay, that's the list, blimey. Let's look at each one quickly. And before I do, you might not have expected this list. Photography is so much more than taking photos. It's much more about how you get to the point of taking the photo. God, that was deep, wasn't it? 1. Adventurous. Travel photography is an aspirational genre of photography. People who look at travel photography often aspire to be there. So you need to be adventurous, not a stick in the mud. There is a mindset that you need for travel photography, which I call adventurous. 2. Interested in travel. Now, I always say that you take better photos of things if you are interested in them. I think it's fair to say that you do anything better if you're interested in it, and photography is no exception. I love taking photos of buildings, nice places, and buildings in nice places. So guess what? This is what I love to do, and this is what I do. And it's also what I'm best at doing. And this is no coincidence. I mean, 30 years of practice added in there as well, but you know what I mean. 3. Understand local cultures. You need to understand the local cultures, be aware of and respect their beliefs, traditions, standards and values, which might not be the same as yours or mine. Let's not forget that. 4. Respect local traditions. A very simple example. Check the dress requirements before you go into that temple. And I'm not saying you have to wear a dress here. Not that there's anything wrong with that. Don't turn up in shorts if that is not acceptable. And if you do, and have got it wrong, calmly walk away, sort out the issues and humbly return. Travel photography is also about being nice. 5. A great communicator. You need to be able to talk to people from different walks of life, social standing, positions of authority, and you have to treat them all as equals and with respect. And I'm going to add to that a bit of an ad-lib. You also have to communicate what you're photographing to the people looking at the photo. There's visual communication as well as verbal. 6. Good at planning. You need to know what you're going to photograph, which needs some planning skills. Now, I've learnt this through bitter experience, turning up at locations just after the sun has risen, and once arriving to shoot a location to find a large cruiser ship discharging several thousand humans right in front of my very eyes. I was not happy, I'm not going to lie to you. 7. Good at preparation. Not only do you need to plan, but you need to be ready to go anytime. Always be well prepared. This is a skill all of its own. An example, don't let those batteries all run down before charging them. Keep on top of them, that kind of thing. 8. Good at research. Now, I'm not going to lie to you. I'm rubbish at this. Well, I was rubbish at this. I've only recently learned that it is better to research a location than to just turn up there and see what I can find. Then again, wait for the next item. 9. Even better at wandering around. This is my specialist skill, wandering around. I have an endless, limitless, inquiring mind, and I'm always wondering what is around the next corner, over the next hill, in the next room. And this is my excuse for not researching or planning. But I love wandering, and I'm exceptionally good at it. Now, it doesn't cost you anything, apart from time, and it's just a case of practice. All you do is you just wander. That's it. I'm going to shut up there, stop trying to make that something that it isn't. 10. Patient. I have endless patience when it comes to travel photography. Endless. I do not have endless patience at other times in my life, to be honest, but when I'm out and about with my camera, I am in a happy, patient place. Happy to wait for things to happen, like the sun coming up, going down, clouds moving, people getting out of the way, 17,000 people getting back on a cruise ship, that kind of thing. 11. Confident. You need to be confident in yourself and in what you're doing, places you're putting yourself, and also that you can get the photos that you need. You have to be confident that you're going to be awesome at travel photography. Tell yourself that. There is no reason why not, is there? You can do this. I can do this. We can all do it. We just got to believe and do it. 12. Happy on your own. Photography can be a lonely existence. Now, I love people, especially my wife, family and friends. Good job, I know. But I'm happy out in the middle of nowhere on my own exploring and taking photos. Not going to lie to you. If this is not for you, you might want to think of something else to become awesome at. 13. Technically, easy for me to say. Technically excellent at taking photos, if not speaking. Now, this is a given. I said sort of given really, but it's an absolute given. And see how far down my list actual taking photos is. Quite a long way down, isn't it? It's a long way down the line in the work of a commercial photographer, believe me, taking photos. If you think that being a photographer, you spend all your life taking photos, sorry, you don't. 14. Be the king of composition. Composition is king. This is what you include in a photo. This is what anyone looking at your photos will be looking at. A rubbish composition equals a rubbish photo. A great composition gives you a great starting point, a chance of a great photo. 15. See the wider picture. Look around. Take it all in. Capture those epic views. 16. But also the details. Getting close on the small stuff. Details can make great subject matter that not everyone else is looking at or taking photos of. And I've witnessed this firsthand. People taking a magnificent view on the caldera of the Greek island of Santorini and missing out on a fascinating composition of some rocks and everything that I was actually there with my tripod pointing out and people just came up, took the view, left. 17. Ready at all times. When my camera is not on my tripod, it is in my hand. I don't use a neck strap, I have a wrist strap, so I'm always ready to get something should disappear in front of me. So my camera's in my right hand, finger's not on the shutter button, but it's not far away, so I can pretty much at any time lift my camera up straight away. It's in the hand. Focus shoot done. I don't work like that, obviously, because I work off a tripod, but I'm prepared just in case. See, I was in the Boy Scouts. Motto, be prepared. Number 18, equipped with the right gear. I use micro 4/3 gear for my travel photography, which is smaller and lighter, and I love it. Less weight to carry, less volume, and more room in my camera bag for normal day-to-day travel stuff. My camera bag is my hand luggage, with just my tripod going in a case. 19. And know how to use it. The gear, that is, not the tripod in the case. No point having gear and not knowing how to use it properly. Buy a book for your camera. Learn how to use it inside out. I've gone on about this on most episodes. And make sure you can assemble and disassemble the gear that you have and that it all works together. You need to try that at least once. 20. Finally, have great workflows. Workflows for image capture, image processing, and data management. I've spoken about these before as well. These will help you massively. Mine have evolved over many years of practice. Right, the talky bit. I've covered most of what I want to talk about here, so I will restrict myself to this. This has been quite a talky episode after all. You need to love adventure, travel, exploring new places. You need an inquiring mind and a sense of adventure. And you also need to practice. I keep saying this, the number one way for you and me to improve our photography is to practice taking photos. That's you and me. That's all we need to do. These are the skills that you need to become excellent in travel photography, which has to be yours and my aim. Now, I don't plan to become anything other than excellent at anything that I embark on. One line summary. You need a certain set of skills for travel photography, including loving travel and photography. Okay, next episode. I think my voice is going to hold out here. Photography Explained episode 83. Is travel photography a good career? Sounds lovely, but what is the reality? And I will tell you what the reality is. Shout out time. This episode's shout out is to @Mr. Asquith on Twitter. Mark Asquith, that British podcast guy, whose excellent, practical, actionable advice has helped me so much over the last year. Thanks, Mark. Even if you are from the wrong side of the Pennines. Just a bit of Lancashire Yorkshire banter there, don't worry. Check out the Podcast Accelerator podcast if you're interested in this good stuff. I'm done. Thanks for listening to my small but perfectly formed podcast. To find out more about my podcast and do stuff to help me, please check out photographyexplainedpodcast.com/start. Brought to you by, well, this episode was brought to you by a nice ham sandwich. Tesco finest ham with some oldie malted bread. Very nice. Kept me going. Yep, still awaiting a sponsor for this slot one day. Okay then, I've been Rick McAvoy. Thanks again very much for listening to me and for giving me just over 12 minutes of your valuable time. And I will see you on the next episode. Cheers from me, Rick.